Lastly, to
Yes,
number
mate.
one, and this awful situation in Ukraine. I'm going to cross live to Kiev after the break. My overwhelming reaction has been sadness and anger at these awful pictures we're seeing of innocent, freedom-loving Ukrainians sheltering and fleeing their homes, families being displaced. What kind of selfish monster creates a war for his own legacy?
Well, no legacy now, completely and utterly trashed. He's a liar. He's a murderer. He's an egomaniac. And all that equates to being very, very dangerous. So I am a little underwhelmed with the response. I was watching Joe Biden this morning, Chris, and I know it's fashionable to do the old Sleepy Joe thing, but seriously, there are missiles being dropped on social media. You see footage of a family in a house looking out their window, pointing their camera, and out of nowhere, in a split second, comes a fighter jet that drops a missile that hits the bottom of their house. Thankfully, they survived, but you can hear the screaming, you can hear the terror.
Awful.
I mean, and that's going on, and Joe Biden says when he's asked about the sanctions, I will know in a month. I mean, give me a break. Do we actually believe in freedom on planet Earth? What's the West doing?
Yeah.
I don't want them to go in there and take the joint apart, but in the fair dinkum department, bloke, mate, this was flagged weeks away. It shouldn't have been an issue when there were 170,000 troops on the border. It was an issue back March last year when there were 70,000 on the border.
Exactly.
I mean, do your sanctions then. My heart breaks, Chris. This has really affected me. I didn't think it would, but seeing that line of cars, people just driving away from their home, leaving everything behind, not knowing where they go, or even if they get there, what a joke.
Yeah.
I mean,
and he talks
seriously.
about a month. He talks about a month. That's 137. They were the number of Ukrainians who died in the first day of fighting. Multiply that by 30, do the maths. We're talking about something like 30-odd thousand who will die while we wait to see whether sanctions will work. But anyway, Luke Grant, thank you so much for your time, mate.